نحمده نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على سيدنا ومولانا محمد رسوله النبي الأمين المكين الحنين الكريم الرؤوف الرحيم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. My dear respected brothers and sisters, I want to greet you with the Islamic greeting of the peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And endless praise and thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has given the opportunity to participate on this blessed online mehfil. Last week I couldn't able to join the mehfil. Basically I did the online mehfil, but due to the some technical issues I have to delete that file. So inshallah ta'ala, from now onwards we will go through as we used to do. So let's talk about today. I have selected the topic which is virtues of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhum. Now, when you talk about Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he has given the name Hazrat Aisha Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anha. She says that Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu has given the name like Abdullah bin Usman bin Amir bin Umrah. And he is known also as with the name of the title which is called Atiq. So what is the meaning of Atiq? Allama ibn Zawzi rahmatullah, he says that the meaning of the Atiq is Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned the one who freed from the hellfire, subhanallah. So it basically it indicates that Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu is a Jannati. And also another meaning of the Atiq is handsome. So Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, if you look into his seerah, you will find his physical appearance, he looks very handsome. Then after that, inshallah ta'ala, we'll discuss about, he has got another title with the name of the Siddiq also. So according to the Hazrat Abu Yahya, he narrates that he heard that Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he heard from Abu Bakr Siddiq Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he says that by swear, he says, I take the swear, like swearing that Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu had given the title of the Siddiq from the heavens by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanallah. So look at here, Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he's taking the oath of the swear and he's saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed this name Siddiq only for the Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And similarly, according to Hazrat Abu Yahya al-Hakim, he also narrated the same thing, that he heard that Hazrat Ali al-Mutar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he swear by Allah that Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu had given the name of the title of Siddiq from the heavens by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So my dear brothers and sisters, as you can see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the title of the Siddiq to our great first leader of the Ummah, and Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and the friend of Allah, friend of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and as well as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this title to our first leader, Amirul Mu'mineen, Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Then after that, there is let's discuss about how this name is given to Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. So it was again narrated from the Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha. So when the messenger of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he did the journey from the Makkah to the Al-Aqsa mosque, and after completing his journey, when he returned, after that he gathered the people in the mosque, and after gathering in the morning, and he told the people that I have traveled all the way from my home to Al-Aqsa mosque, and from there to the Sidratul Muntaha, then from there Sidratul Muntaha to Kaaba Kausain Awadana, then I met Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when he had disclosed the first journey from his home to the Al-Aqsa mosque, then as soon as he revealed this information, all of the people they gathered, and this become like a big news for the disbelievers. And all these people, among them there are few new Muslims who accepted the Islam. As soon as they heard this news, they become like a murtad. They said, how it is possible for a person to travel from homeland to the Al-Aqsa mosque and even return also? It is not at all possible. So they rejected this mu'jiza of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After that, they Abu Jahl and as well as his company, all they travel, all they came, they knocked the door of the Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And they said, "Oh Abu Bakr, have you heard the news that your friend, have you heard the news that your friend, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is saying that he traveled from his home to the Al-Aqsa Mosque in the small period of time, and even he returned also." Then Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu and he said, "You're lying." Then he said, "No, we are not lying. We even Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself is giving this information in the mosque." Then as soon as he heard Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu mention, yeah, then if he's saying, then I confirm your statement that Abu Bakr, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has traveled all the way to the Alaska Mosque, and even if he returned also. Then all those people, they said, "How you can believe it? We haven't heard it." And even without giving, how you're giving the test, how you're giving the testimony, and how you're saying this, how everything is right. Then Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he mentioned that even I give the statement which is much more stranger than this, that I believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the heavenly news to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from the skies to in his heart. So that is called wahi. So even I bring the iman that the wahi comes to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is more stranger, which is more distant than this. So after this, Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he immediately he came into the court of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to which Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was explaining to the all of his companions and as well as the people. So Prophet Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhum, he was sitting in front of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So as soon as Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying that I have traveled all the way from my homeland, from my home to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, then Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala mentioned, "Ya Rasulullah, sadaqta ya Rasulullah, whatever you said, truth ya Rasulullah." Then again, after that, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, "I have traveled all the way from Al-Aqsa Mosque towards to the Sidratul Muntaha." Then Abu Bakr radiallahu mentioned, "Ya Rasulullah, sadaqta ya Rasulullah, whatever you said is true." So he was keep on saying all the time, what sadaqta ya Rasulullah. Because of this, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam like so much, then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given the title with the name of the Siddiq at that time. So from that time onwards, he become like a Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Subhanallah. So this was the title is given to our first leader of Amirul Mu'mineen, who is our Amirul Mu'mineen, who is our leader, who is a great companion, who is a friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as well as friend of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the leader of all the awliya. So he has got this kind of title, Subhanallah. Then after that, let's discuss about the waqia of the waqia of the Gare Sur. So at the age of the 40, our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to begin the spread the message of the God, which is there's only one God, and there's then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last prophet. So when he started to spread this God's message, then the monotheistic message, the divine message, was ignored by a lot of people and even mocked by many Quraysh also. But some of them, they joined this message, and they converted, they accepted this message, and they converted into the Islam. Then after that, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam established a small community with the help of the Sahaba. Then after that, eventually, this monotheistic message, the divine message, which emphasize the moral accountability towards the God, and as well as the accountability of the day of the judgment, the accountability of the good deeds and as well as the bad deeds, all these, it is slowly people try to accept it. And also they rejected the idolatry practice, which is done by pagans of the Makkah. So the Quraysh of the Makkah, who are the moral enemies, when they saw the Prophet ﷺ messages keep on spreading day by day, and Prophet ﷺ already formed a community, their hostility is converted like a fear. So they fear that a time will come, Prophet ﷺ will take over the entire Makkah, then we will not be considered as a leader. So because of this threat, because of this fear, they started to give the problem to our Prophet ﷺ. Among the enemies of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as you know, one of his uncle, his name is Abu Lahab. He was among the staunchest and as well as the strongest opponent of the Islam, and he used to give a lot of problem to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam with the verbally and as well as physical abuse. He used to do this kind of things. And his wife is also, she used to give a lot of problem to our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And this information is already mentioned in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Lahab. As you know that Tabbat Yada Abi Lahabin wa Tab. You know this word, this Quranic verses. So this is one of the surah. But remember here, I just want here, if you look into the Holy Quran, there's another place. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ الدَّعْوَةَ الدَّاعِي إِذَا دَعَانِي فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يُرْشَدُونَ. In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, O person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the mercy, He's giving the rahmah towards the people. So look at here. Allah is the one who love to his servants more than 70 times of the normal mother. So He is the one who used to love too much to the servants. So how can that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is He's sending the curse to the Abu Lahab? So this basically indicates that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala liked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam so much that even a single abuse, or even the single you can say that harm, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't like it. So even in the Holy Quran, in this verse, as I mentioned, Allah, although He loves the humans so much, although He loves His servants so much, but when the matter of the respect, when the matter of the adab, when the matter of the abuse of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam comes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not tolerate. As soon as if even a small disrespect comes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala immediately send the punishment to the specific person. So as you have seen in the Surah Al-Lahab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned, "Oh Abu Lahab, perish of your both hands." So look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the some sort of a punishment, some sort of a curse to this Abu Lahab. "Oh Abu Lahab, both of your two hands should be perish." And not only that thing, "Ma aghna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab." Neither your wealth as well as your earnings are going to be benefit to you. And Sayasala Narun Zat al-Hab. And after that, Abu Lahab is going to be in the hellfire. So here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not tolerate any sort of a small punishment, or maybe small, you can say the bayadabi, or you can say that small disrespect towards the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And not only that thing, even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned about his wife, that on the day of the Qiyamah, in the Jahannam, his wife also will be in the Jahannam, and the robe of the thrones will be worn in the Jahannam to her. So this kind of severe punishment is given to the Abu Lahab and as well as his wife. So this indicates how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam so much that even the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He will not tolerate any simple disrespect towards the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And after this one, then all the kuffars, they felt as a threat of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they gathered a meeting which is called Darun Nadwa. So Darun Nadwa, they had this is one of the place. All the Quraysh leaders, all the kuffars, they gathered so that they can harm to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that they can do some sort of they can stop the message of the Islam. So all of the Quraysh leaders, such as Utbah, Shayba, Abu Sufyan, and as well as Taima bin Adi, Zubaydah bin Mutam, all these, the great Kuffar leaders, they gathered in this meeting. And what is the main motive? The motive is that how to stop the Islamic message, how to stop the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam message, so that people can be returned towards their own religion rather than Islam. So at the time when they gathered, at the time the shaitan, the Iblis, the Satan, what happened? He wear a wheel and dressed like as a great sheikh, and he made the appearance like a pure and as well as a clean sheikh. So then he knocked the door. So the Quraysh leader said, "Who are you?" So the shaitan, the Iblis, replied, "I'm the great sheikh of the Najdis. So I'm the great sheikh, and I came here to give some sort of a suggestion for the point which you have gathered. And even I mentioned, I know what is the cause why you joined this meeting. So I'm aware of all these things. So I came here to give some sort of a suggestion." So after that, the Quraysh leaders, they requested him to join the meeting. Then after that, he given some sort of suggestion. Here, I would like to stop here, and I would like to give some two hadiths about the Najd. One hadith, Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he reported that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah's Messenger, he made a dua at one time among the in a group of gathering of the Sahabas. He said, "Oh Allah, bestow your blessings on the Sham." That means Yemen. Oh Allah, bestow the blessings on Yemen. Sorry, Sham means Syria. So he made the dua for the Syria and as well as the Yemen. And the people said, the people of the Najd, they were also sitting in that group, and they said, "Oh Prophet, please also do the dua for the Najd." Then Prophet ﷺ said, "Oh Allah, bestow your blessings on the Sham and as well as the Yemen." Then the people said, "Oh Prophet, please do the dua for our Najd also." So they said nearly 3 times. Then the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, there in the Najd is the place of the earthquakes and afflictions, and from there comes out the side of the head of the Satan, head of the Iblis. So it means that the aqaid will be the person, the people will be emerged from this place, and they will try to. You can say that they try to afflict they try to destroy the aqaid of the Muslim ummah. So as you can see in one more hadith, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has already mentioned, in my ummah there will be 73 groups will be emerged, but only one group will go into the Jannah, the group which will follow the footsteps of Sahabas and as well as my Sunnah. So Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam already he declared this kind of thing. But if you look into this world, in nowadays you will see a lot of people who give a lot of information, a lot of misguidance in the point of the aqaid. Billah, sometimes they say that Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam does not have the full knowledge. He doesn't know the event which is behind the wall. So these kind of things they give, and they reject the ilmul ghaib of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And also they say that Billah, the prophets, they're dead, and their job is only to spread the message, which he's already done it. That's it, his job is done. So there is no need to talk about him, there is no need to do the zikr of him. So they say these kind of things. This totally against the Islam. Even in the Bukhari and as well as in the Holy Quran, the even Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned that try to send the durood upon me. Then Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when we send the durood, when we send the salam, you said you're going to reply. So what will happen after your death? Then Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned, even though after the death, Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala has forbid the earth to eat the flesh of the prophets. So it means that all the prophets are alive. Even when we send the salam upon the prophet, even when we send the durood upon the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he has got the capability with the izn of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. He can listen to us. Even he can give the reply to us. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of power to listen. But if you look into the life of the awliya Allah, even there are a lot of awliya Allah, even they can listen the reply, even they reply, they listen the reply of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam when they send the salam upon the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Subhanallah. And similarly, there is one more hadith regarding the Najd. It is also according to the Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he reported, Allah's messenger stood on the door of the Hafsa radiallahu ta'ala anha. Then he pointed towards the east and said, the turmoil would appear from his side, and where the horns of the Satan would appear. And he uttered these words twice and thrice, that Abdullah bin Said in his narration, he says that Prophet ﷺ had been standing by the door of the Hafsa, Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala. So basically, Prophet ﷺ is the direction which is stood. It's basically pointing towards to the Najd area. So from after this one, so now the meeting is started, Darun Nadwa. Then the Satan is also, he was, he gathered, he participated in that meeting. From after that, as soon as the meeting started, after that, among the tribal leaders, one of the chief of the tribal leader, one of the chiefs suggested that, to stop the message of the Islam, also I have a plan. And he said that what will happen, the plan is that we would tie the prophet's hands and as well as the feet, Nauzubillah, with iron chains. Okay, and we lock him in the cell, and we will not give him any type of food or any type of drink. And after this, slowly, a time will come, Nauzubillah, he will die on his own. Then there will be no problem for us. And so this way we can stop the message of the Islam. The cursed Iblis, he said, no, this is not the good idea. by Allah, if you lock him in a cell, like you are saying, if you do exactly like that, the news will spread and his followers will release him. So as you see, this is also who is giving the suggestion? The Iblis is giving the suggestion. And also believe here. So Allah, that Iblis, he believe in Allah, but he doesn't. He won't respect to our prophet Adam alayhi salam. He won't given any respect to our prophet. So it means that the aqidah is that even though a person believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will not be entitled to go into the Jannah. So to go into the Jannah, the person must have the aqidah that he has to believe in all the prophets, all the angels, all the books, and as well as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But anyway, so another chief said, okay, so he has given suggestion that we will take the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, nauzubillah, we will take him out of the city, that so that and we will give the chance to him, so wherever he wants to go. So in this way, we will not care about him and we will not be afraid of him. So to this one, the Iblis said, by Allah, this is not the good idea. Don't you know the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he speak, what kind of sweet words he used? And because of these sweet words, because of this his sweet message, it might be possible that another tribe, or maybe the another tribe can attract him, and that tribe, through his words, and they will form another group, and a time will come they will attack upon us. Okay, so then also this suggestion is also rejected. And the third time, Abu Jahl said, he said, I have an idea in my mind. Then people ask, okay, tell me, what do you have? Abu Jahl said, we will bring brave and strong young men from each tribe. So we'll bring all the strong and as well as brave men from the each tribe, and we will give them a sharp swords. And after that, we will instruct those youth to kill our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nauzubillah. So when they all together, when they kill in this way, then the accumulated blood will be imposed on each tribe. So on the other hand, the followers and as well as his tribe, and that they cannot compete, they cannot fight with all the tribes. And through this way, we will negotiate with ransom, and through this way we can kill Nauzubillah, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So upon hearing this, the Iblis said, yes, this is the correct opinion. This is the correct idea. Through this way, we can kill all of the we can kill the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So through this idea, so they planned this way to kill our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nauzubillah. So on the other side, as you know that, on the other side, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent the Jibreel alayhi salam towards the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he sent the wahi, and Jibreel alayhi salam said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Quraysh is already planned to kill you. So it is time you need to migrate towards the Medina. So even on the other hand, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam already given the instruction to some of the Sahaba to migrate towards the Medina. And when Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when we will migrate, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, I'm waiting for the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So as soon as the wahi came, then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he left his house. And if you look into that story, that some of the youth of all the tribes, they were sitting in front of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam house. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he read the Yasin Sharif, the Surah Yasin. Then he read some verses of the Holy Quran. Then he threw some of the dust upon them. So as soon as Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam threw the dust upon them, they all went to the sleep. Then slowly Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he left that place. Then he knocked the door of the Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Then they said, Ya Abu Bakr, what happened? As soon as he knocked the door, Prophet Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he immediately opened the door. Then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, have you not slept, Abu Bakr? Then he said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I have not slept since the day you mentioned that we are going to immigrate. Subhanallah. So then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, come, let's go. We have received the command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to migrate towards the Medina. Subhanallah. So then after that, Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he arranged the two camels. Then the kuffar, in the meanwhile time, the kuffar, they set some of the guards in the borders of the Makkah. So when they both travel, when they both wants to migrate towards the Medina, the guards actually they stopped it. Then they asked, who goes there? Who are you? Then the Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala, he replied, my name is Abu Bakr. I'm the son of the Abu Quhafa. Then he is my guide. he is my guide. So the kuffar, the gods, they thought he's the one who is going to give the the path in the desert. But Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he got that title of the Siddiq. That means who speak the truth. So he can't able to lie also. So Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he mentioned he is my guide. So the gods actually they thought he's the one who is going to give the path in the deserts. So but actually the meaning of the guide is Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala, he is the one who is going to give the true path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So somehow they led them to the outside of the Kaaba, outside of the Makkah. Then the Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they both travel out of the Makkah. Then after that, Ghar Sur, all this inshallah ta'ala, we will discuss the left of the incident maybe the next week. Due to the lack of the time, I cannot able to continue. Now I'll make a dua. Inshallah ta'ala, we'll continue from next week onwards. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Mawlana Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكون من الخاسرين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب القبر وقنا عذاب الحشر وقنا عذاب الميزان وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه نور عرشه محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم.